What's up guys, Visual Maximus here, welcome to a X-Men related movie video, and in this episode we're going to be discovering the possibility that Hugh Jackman's Wolverine will appear for one last time in X-Men Apocalypse. So without a doubt, X-Men Days of Future Past was actually intended to be the last appearance for Hugh Jackman in the long-running X-Men movie franchise. Now, we know that Wolverine has played the long-beloved, or Hugh Jackman, has played the long-beloved Wolverine character from the Marvel comics, basically. He's played that character definitively great. He played him in X-Men 1, X-Men 2, X-Men 3, The Last Stand. He also played him in X-Men Origins. He had a role in X-Men First Class, only like 2 minutes, but he was still in the movie, and he also played him in Days of Future Past and The Wolverine. So he's played him in every single X-Men and spin-off films. So without a doubt, you have to ask oneself, how long does a man have until they can really put down the claws in Wolverine's count? So, I mean, he did say that after Days of Future Past he wouldn't don the black leather or even yellow spandex. Apparently people are saying he will don for any longer, because he's pretty much at this point had enough. But they have actually got him on board, I believe, for the Wolverine 3 movie, and that will mark the ending for his Wolverine run. So let's look at some statistics here. We know that Days of Future Past really got us into one last time the original members. That includes Wolverine as an original member. But Apocalypse, it's going to center around the first class members. And it makes sense because that's their new team basically. The older team, half of them have been retconned out. So the next question is, will Wolverine appear in Apocalypse, and does it fit the purpose? For Wolverine, we have to look at two sides to a coin basically. For one, we have to look at who Wolverine is, and two, we have to look at does he fit the purpose of the story. So looking at one first, Wolverine is the face of the X-Men movies. He's a guy that sells to the general audiences. He's a guy that has the berserker rage, he has the claws, he has the badass, and to the women he's extremely hot. So he's a big selling factor in the X-Men movies, and he's directly the face. So much to say that the way Spider-Man is the face of the Spider-Man movies, which is a no-brainer, but he's an A-list character. You wouldn't expect anyone else if it was a two-parter movie, something like that. Although Iron Man in a way is the face of the Avengers movies, even though directly all of them had as much time as they needed. Iron Man is the guy that is on most of the covers in the pictures as a first guy. So Wolverine in that way he should be in it, but in story he's actually one of the horsemen of Apocalypse, and if they really wanted to go out on a bang, they could have him in Apocalypse, and then maybe he could die for good. I mean, that's a big ask, but we know that in comics Wolverine can die. In fact, he's dying as we speak. Wolverine is officially dying for the first time in comics, and it's very tragic, and it's one of the worst things that's going to happen to a beloved character, but he is actually dying, and there's no denying that. So maybe they could go out with one big bang, he does something really bad, becomes something like Archangel, and then at the last minute he becomes good and basically goes out on a bang. Maybe he sacrifices it to himself or something like that. So let me know what you guys think Wolverine's stature will be in the X-Men Apocalypse movie. Like the video, share the video, subscribe if you're new. Peace.